What's up, guys? I'm back. I know you missed me. I'm here. I was very busy. I had actually like a life-changing surgery, so thank you for your patience. Today, I'm just gonna talk about it. Let's get right into it. Predicting what team you're gonna make. I am a numbers person. Undergrad in physics, I'm all about the stats. All right, so if you hit this certain threshold, then you can make varsity. Or if you're under, it's JV or under freshman. To talk and start it off, remember, this varsity to 7th grade bracket, if you will, can apply to club from the top 18s team to maybe the lowest regional team. Also, that works with other organizations, even through rec leagues. This will help you categorize your skill level. The better you average in each of these skills, the more often, the higher you'll rise through the ranks and be on the best team. Now, disclaimer, there's something called politics. There's politics in everything. Politics in volleyball. It's terrible. It's just big like a wall. So seriously, politics, sometimes you can do everything you can, perform at the best level, but it doesn't work out because there's some other factors in the dark that you don't know. I'm not going to get into politics too much, but everyone knows them. I've experienced it firsthand. It's deep. So let's get on into it. So for this video, I'm not going to touch too much on blocking and defense. Reason being is those are dynamic skills that develop. You can say metrics. For metrics, as a freshman, you should be getting 3 to 4 digs a set. As JV, that's 4 to 5 digs a set. And then at the varsity level, you should be able to get 6 digs a set. Obviously, these numbers are a little high, but this is what I'm here. I'm telling you numbers that if you can do them, you'll be at that team you want, the freshman JV varsity. First thing I want to talk about are the metrics. The metrics that we're going to use are serving accuracy. So 1 out of 6 means you can hit 1 out of the 6 zones. It doesn't matter if it's zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, but 1 out of 6 means you can hit 1 out of 6 consistently, 2 out of 6, 2 zones consistently, up to 6. So I'm going to use that for the serving metric. The next metric is going to be passing. There is technically a 4-point scale because when the setter's front row, that is a 4th option as they can dump, but I'm going to stick to the 3-point scale. So 1 on that metric, 1 on the scale means your setter has the option to set 1 of your teammate. 2 out of 3, or 2 average means your setter can set 2 people. 3 means you can set 3 options. So that's obviously outside, middle, right side. So that will be the passing metric. Setting metric, you'll be second tempo, which is your outside set, your normal outside, your middle, the 2 ball, not the 1 ball. And then the right side set, some people call that a 9, some people call it a 5. It just depends. Everyone has their own jargon for it, so I'm just gonna say a second tempo outside set. You know, just gotta talk to you in our native volleyball language. That is the next metric. And then we're gonna go into hitting. We're gonna talk about hitting. So the metric that we can look at there is your selectivity of shots, what you're capable of hitting. So cross court, obviously the first one and the easiest. And I do not mean hitting the corner. I just mean a cross court shot. Second is the line shot, which is very aggressive and takes a lot of skill. And then I'm going to be talking about deep corner. I mean, licking that back corner, that back line, that is the money. All the pros do it. So obviously, spoiler, that's going to be the highest of that metric. Also, you have tipping. Tipping can be a pretty good skill. However, if you only tip and you do not have an arm swing, you're not going to be an effective hitter because you're easy to read. The defense is automatically going to shift. So the more dynamic you are with your arm swing and your offense or attacking the ball, the more kills you're going to get because the defense can't beat you. Freshmen, you should be able to hit 3 of the 6 zones consistently. Your passing needs to be between like that 1.75 to 2 on your average. So you should almost always be getting your setter 2 option. And keep in mind with these averages, the average is 1.5 when the earlier ones, and the average now is creeping towards the 2. So when I say average, that means sometimes you're going to have a perfect pass, which is a 3, and then sometimes you're going to have that shank or get aced, and that's a 0. So that's why I say average. You can obviously you're going to be able to get some good passes or perfect passes at every level. For setting, you should be able to set all the second tempo sets with your eyes closed. You should also be learning how to do back row sets. Some people call them red, white, blue, running the pipe, the D ball, the A ball. Freshman year, you'll also be learning the back row set. For hitting, now you should be able to hit line shot pretty consistently. Cross court you should be able to do in your sleep. Also, you should be able to hit deep corner. That should be something that you should be pretty comfortable with. Not perfect, not more or less consistent, but that should be in your arsenal to be able to shake it up and catch other teams off guard. At JV, you should be comfortable with tooling the block. So really using your opponent's block to score off of, either off high hands or the elbows. Push that ball and get the point. You should be really implementing this. Not mastered it by any means at the JV level, but that's going to help you get to the varsity level. Now at the JV level, I also wanted to start talking about blocking. You should be double blocking by now. Freshmen, obviously, you should be starting to close blocks as you become more athletic, more fluid in your movements. For sure, JV, you should be double blocking. For JV, you should be able to hit 4 out of the 6 zones consistently. At JV, this is where you should be able to have 2 different types of serves. A jump serve, that could either be the top spin or the float, meaning the jump float, and then also a standing float. So you need to have those 2. When you're passing at the JV level, you should be averaging between a 1.8 to a 2.5. That spectrum gets a little bit wider. Reason being is because the serves get a lot more aggressive and they become tougher. So your average is going to be kind of vary depending who your opponent is, but 1.8 to 2.5. Obviously 2.0 to 2.5 would be really great because that means all of your passes, your setter has 2 options, which that's pretty darn good. Setting at the JV level, you should be able to now implement first tempo sets consistently. Shoots or quicks to the outside. You should now be learning how to set the 31, the back 1, the slide, front and back slide, as well as a quick on the right side and using the D ball as an outlet. So those are things not going to master because that's going to be at the varsity level, but you need to be comfortable with doing this. So each stage you're getting more comfortable with reaching your potential. You're becoming more comfortable with more technical, challenging aspects of the game. Varsity, that is why we're here. All right, the serving metric for varsity, you need to be able to hit 6 out of 6 service zones. You need to be able to jump serve, meaning jump float or top spin, as well as standing. There's no reason you should ever be missing your standing float. I don't care. Don't want to hear it, okay? Standing float, you should be able to do it with your eyes closed, with your arms tied behind your back, eating a 4 from 4 from Wendy's. No, this is not sponsored by Wendy's. Serve receive, you should be averaging between a 2.25 to 3.0. And these are metrics to guarantee you're at these levels. So if you can pass nails, which means super well, very clutch, or dimes, 2.3 to 3.0, you're going to be on varsity. That's just how it works. Varsity setting, you should be able to set everything. You should be able to be pipes or the Bicks, meaning first tempo or second tempo back row balls. Quick tempos for the outside, middle, and right side should be able to be done consistently and effectively. You should not be setting any tight balls to the net and anything too far off. You should also understand the complex rule of thumb of if I'm off the net, I keep the ball off the net. So if I'm at the 10-foot line setting a ball to my outside, that's going to be 5 feet off the net and 5 feet in. Obviously, outsides or other hitters, you need to make sure you back up accordingly to not expect that ball to be on the tape or at the net, but 5 feet off. So that is a crucial varsity level skill. Hitting, you should be able to, you should be only known for hitting deep corner, either line deep corner or cross court deep corner. That should be your money shot. Also, you should be able to abuse their hands, tool them, make them the tool. So you should be scoring off their block. Also, you should be only tipping to give the ball to the setter to get the defense or your opponent out of system. So you should be very dynamic. You should also be hitting the 4 zone. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So as an outside, that's where I'm talking about the 4 zone. You should be able to cut that in there. I'm not saying you have to hit 10-foot line, but be able to really mess up the off blocker outside and the libero if the libero is playing left back. So I'll just say the left back defender. Blocking, you should be closing every single time. You should be even if you can't close, you should be going up and your defense should be filling in, okay? I can't close the block, so here's the right side and then here's the middle. Outside should be feeding in depending how you're running your defense, right? Just because you're not closed doesn't mean you don't have to go up and you do not try and overextend. That's when you get tooled as well. Don't overextend your block. That's why I'm giving this to you. You actually have a tangible number goal to reach and hit. To hit. That is why I'm doing this. I hope you guys like this. This was a wealth of knowledge. Like I said, you have to apply this to your caliber of school, okay? Because some freshman teams can beat JV teams, or even some 8th grade teams can beat JV teams, just depending the school in the program. Just keep that in mind. Tryouts are coming up. Good luck, everyone. I hope you guys are great. Stay healthy, stay safe, but most importantly, good luck. Also, hey, please like and subscribe, share. This will help your other teammates take it to the next level. You have some teammates who are newer or some friends who are newer to the sport. If they follow this and they can try and hit these metrics, that will maximize their chance of making the team. Also, with maximizing your chances, I have another video, how to maximize my chance of making the team. So that's obviously about tryouts. So you're gonna apply these metrics, actual hard tangible numbers, and then the maximization of making the team is the other half of it. It talks more about the secrets to tryout, the tips and tricks that come from years of experience to edge your way, to get into that bubble, to make the team. Guys, if you enjoy this, like and share. I appreciate the support. We're up to 35 subscribers, which is amazing. I love it. I'm all about the journey and the progress. So good luck, guys. Let me know what you think about the video. Leave comments about the metrics.